Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Georgia Tech's offense takes the field. There will be some clean, old-fashioned hate on display in this one, guys.
How cool is that, by the way? That's the name of the rivalry. When it comes up, clean, old-fashioned hate. You think they like each other? Absolutely not. Bragging rights all through the state of Georgia.
The first down for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Rambling Wreck got to the finish line in the nick of time and beat the Dogs in a close one the last time they saw them.
And man, have they had a blast in the Peach State. Bragging rights for an entire year. Georgia Tech has loved it. They have owned it. Let's see if the Dogs want to change that.
And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out fast. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the stakes.
And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Line getting set on second down. They'll try to pop the draw. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you could tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, and that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The give to the back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Find some fresh air. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And coaches have their scripts and their play sheets, and they have 4th and short. You know, when you get in these situations, they have plays that they're confident in. Called one here. Great job executing right near midfield.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking for a man. It's Hurtado. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
A loss of 11 on the play. Brings up second down.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Here's the handoff. Hard running there. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 30. They'll give it to the back. Fights off a defender. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Caught. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. And the Dogs are marching down the field. They'll go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 4 over Tulane. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down here for the offense. Complete to start this drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. He's looking for an open man on second down. With the catch, it's Fowler. At the 45 on his way. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Wide out in motion. Give to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hurtado. He's right on target.
The pass on.
Stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds a little space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I got to protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Georgia sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He'll pull it down and run. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle. Now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold him to a field goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. How in the world did he miss that? They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get him back.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
This time on target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. On the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This kick would be hard enough straight on. 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This kick would be hard enough, straight on, 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. Field goal is good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, from Athens to Atlanta, there are some edgy folks and emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Dogs and Yellow Jackets. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get.
The return is tackle down at the 13. And the Georgia offense will take over.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Hand off from the shotgun. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the bite into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, just keeps firing. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, going up top. Heaves it deep. Lofted to the sideline, and it's picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by the...
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hurtado. Gets it out quickly. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They'll try to pick up the first. And the Bulldogs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have your fake. And then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
The give to the single back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. And especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Safe completion on the screen. Dances away again. Slips a tackle, and he's got... They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. So they've got the lead down to 10 here. A little more interesting as they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. This offense has a second down play. They give it to him again. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Dogs get enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Looking for space. It's O'Grady.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Now rolling to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
They'll try the right side. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Hands it off. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid field goal. He'll run it again. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run for it on 4th down. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. still on his feet. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a man in the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the red zone, looking for a man. It's complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Trying to get to him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the 2 here to make it a one-possession game. He'll set up to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a one-possession game here in the 4th. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.